No, we're not. We're being nice.
Charlie Parsons for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate, and available on DAZN. Probably the only time I ever speak to Sam Jones anymore is when I'm interviewing him, because you don't speak to me no more, Samuel.
Okay. You're a presenter now, and you're Mr. Worldwide. So, no, just keep myself to myself.
Yeah, here I am, sat here in your room. Lovely room, might I say. I have to give it to the Kimpton Clock Tower, because not many rooms come with a vinyl with Madonna on.
Yeah, it did. You actually thought I brought that myself. Which is even more weird, like as if I'm going to bring that. But no, the Kimpton Clock Tower is actually a really, really nice hotel. Love staying here, to be honest.
Shout out the Kimpton Clock Tower. Myself and Andy McCart are not here, so that's a little bit of a disappointing fact for you that you don't care about.
Pull out bed, that is, Andrew, if you want it, my friend.
I know you do that for me.
See how he offered it to Andy and not me?
Yeah.
This is kind of what I'm
I'll
on
be honest
about.
with
This
you,
is what I was alluding to.
But I will be honest with you, because Andrew would irritate me a lot less, because we were similar of age.
At 21, I probably would.
So I've just got to be honest. Like I would have no problem with Andrew having.
Andy's calling it a night at 9 p.m. and he.
Yeah, exactly the same as me. Because like people have this impression of me that I can't go out and stuff. But anyone that actually knows me, which I think you do, I'm quite boring, if I'm honest. Yeah. I've got Lord of the Rings playing here. I've got Gandalf having a chat with Frodo.
You got to take that vinyl there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I am a very popular loner. I love my own company. So, like I say, I do think me and Andrew would be much better roomies than me and you, because I think we would probably bump heads, wouldn't we, Parsons?
Fair enough. Popular loner to some, loner to others. How's life?
Life's really good, if I'm honest with you, Parsons. Really good. Can't complain. Yeah, family's good, kids are good, work's great. You can't complain, and health's good, which is
health,
the key.
That's good, isn't it?
Health. We'll start on health, because I saw news today that Joe Gallagher's been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, which is awful. So I wish him all the best in his fight against the worst disease in the world, because I think cancer's affected. It's definitely affected me and my family. My granddad died of prostate cancer, and my granddad never actually. He put off seeing somebody about it, the symptoms. Do you know what I mean? Do you want me to turn that down a little bit?
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, do you want to turn Lord of the Rings down a little bit? Yeah, turn that down. I was going to ask you to pause it then, because I actually want to watch it. But no, he was actually late in detecting his symptoms, if that makes sense, which ultimately cost him. Which
men are almost a little
bit too proud. So like, Joe, if you do have any symptoms of anything like that, do never ever put it off. Go and get it done, because it can ultimately save your life. But yeah, going back to it, wish Joe Gallagher all the best in his fight, in his biggest fight yet of his life, and I'm sure everyone in the boxing community will get behind him. Same with Georgia O'Connor, so young, such a young girl. She's been diagnosed with a rare form of cancer. She's actually coming on Saturday. I can't wait to see her. But yeah, she's got a GoFundMe page, so even if you can't afford to donate, because times are difficult, share the page and share awareness to that. And but if you can donate, then great. But yeah, starting off about health. But yeah, health is good for me, and that's the reason why I'm blessed, because ultimately, without your health, you're fucking nothing, are you? So
what a great way to start, Sam. I reiterate absolutely everything you said there. Very, very important, especially in this day and age. Like you say, people can sometimes be a little bit too proud.
Yeah.
Health before anything.
Health matters. It's way bigger than boxing or whatever. Health is the key thing. And if you're healthy, and when you have kids one day, if you choose to have them, that's all that matters. Your kids' health, your health, that's all that matters.
Amen.
What a lovely start. Good on you, Sam. Let's talk boxing.
Yes.
Firstly, sort of the unsung heroes in a lot of these things. The Matchroom Boxing content team are absolutely fantastic, and they did an incredible.
Alex, yes,
yeah. And the wider team as well that works under Alex.
Absolutely brilliant.
A fantastic piece of content with the boring Jack Catal promo. That is actually the sort of stuff that sells a fight.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they asked me for my small input for that. I'm not going to take the credit for it, but it's more Jack, because self-piss takes are
the best
or underrated.
Humour.
It's the best form. If you can't take the piss out of yourself, then you would never be able. Like, if you get offended too easily, if people know Jack, they'll know that he's not boring. He's very intelligent, and but he when I told him and rang him about their concept, they were kind of thinking of to promote the fight. Jack was all for it. He says, "Do you think the people will like that?" And I went, "They'll love it because it shows a different side to you." So big shout out Jack Catal to allow that
for being the almost performing seal in that situation.
Absolutely, the performing seal.
It, yeah.
I made a little cameo in that on the old right hand to God. So it was a brilliant promo. It was well done. Everyone did a great job. The content team did an amazing job. Jack did an amazing job, and ultimately everybody loved it. And that's what it's all about.
Did you get flashbacks in today's press conference venue?
Do you know when I walked in today? I just thought to myself,
did you shudder?
I wonder if I've ever spoke to Arnold Barboza before 20 years ago and like said, I don't know, but no.
Said that he'd beat Jack.
Yeah. See, telling me he'd whoop Jack. I don't know. I have actually spoke to Barboza before. on DM. I did have a little quick check back onto whatever I've said to him before, and then it was all good. So
Any super lightweight that Jack Catal ever fights will have Sam going through the DMs first before he approves the fight.
A million percent. I did have a little scan on the old DMs there, but no, it's a brilliant fight. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it was a shame that there wasn't a press conference to announce the fight, because I think that's what the fight kind of needed. It would have been good if Rick Mirrigan would have come over, because I know Rick's a really good talker. He talks up his guys like I do. I thought that would have been fun at the press conference. But ultimately, Matchroom always do a great job. It's at an amazing venue on Saturday. The promotion at Man City was really good. And I think people understand it's a brilliant fight. It's number 1 against number 2. I know in the rankings it says Barboza's number 1 and Jack's number 2, but I think it's completely the way fucking around. But that's my opinion.
Saturday,
but Barboza, listen, he's 31 fights undefeated. He commands a lot of respect. I think, even though Jack's got the blemish on his record and Barboza's not got one, I think it's kind of the other way around. I think Jack should be undefeated. But listen, we've spoke about it before. Ultimately, he's 31-0. He's coming here. You can see he's bubbly. He's full of confidence. But I think when Jack hits him with that big, horrible, Charlie backhand in the first round, the confidence will be slowly knocked out of him. Really looking forward to the fight, though. Really looking forward to it. I genuinely mean this. I like Barboza. I think he's a good lad. I think he's a family man. He's got a young family himself, and he's over here for his own reasons, to provide for his family and give them the best life. As is Jack. He's got a young family. He's, Riley, his daughter, he's newly married, and Jack's got a lot to fight for. Do you know what I mean? He's still not had that crowning moment, that and the new moment, and we'll get that on Saturday with the interim title. But I do think the winner of this fight will be elevated to full champion, which is another story altogether. But I think we're in for a really good fight on Saturday.
Do you believe that? I believe Barboza's team said that they had a matching offer to headline.
I think that's total bollocks, to be honest with you. But Barboza knows this is his fight. This is the fight for him. If he would have sacrificed his final eliminator interim world title fight with Jack Catal, then what are you boxing for? You've not got. It's definitely. If he did have another fight, it's definitely not a big meaningful fight. Do you understand what I mean? This is his fight, as it for Jack. So yeah, bollocks.
Lots of people in the Catal camp expecting a stoppage on Saturday night.
I personally don't give a shit, Parsons, how Jack wins.
You don't, but how do you envision it?
It depends. All depends on how Barboza's going to approach the fight. If he approaches the fight how he said he was going to when I was talking to him at the public workout, that he's going to come and have a go at Jack, then Jack will knock him out. If he comes and tries to box Jack, it will be more of a chess match, and Jack will beat him at chess. So it's however he decides to lose, to be honest with you.
Fair enough. Who else have you got? You haven't got anyone else on the card?
Alfie Middle Miss, Connor Tudsbury. 3.
Oh, of course you do.
Yes.
And then actually...
Poor journalism, Parsons.
Well, I'm not a journalist, but we've established that a long time ago, in all fairness.
I'm kidding.
No, but you're not.
We won't go down this route again, Parsons.
We will not go down
this route. Good vibes only in this room today.
Good vibes
right,
only.
Guys?
Shout out. Audience has gone really loud and clear in here. What else was I going to say? Cameron Vong?
Yes.
You guys said goodbye to the Jordan Flynn saga. Not saying that this was me, but I said, come on, lads, you've got to do the fight. It's great build-up.
No.
You are now doing the fight.
Listen, as soon as the fight...
I love it.
Yeah, listen, it's a fight that... Not wider, like, people outside of boxing there, but us as casual boxing fans know the fight now. It's actually a big little fight, isn't it? So, Jordan Flynn, I think he's a brilliant self-promoter. I think he does a great job in promoting himself. He's got a good brand deal, and with OnlyFans, and he sells himself well, doesn't he, Jordan? He's done well. He's not got a promoter backing him, so I give Jordan good props with that. Cameron had a tough night last time out in a win against Gavin Gwynn. And if you look at Cameron's resume after 7 fights, there's not a prospect with that type of record, with those names on the record. And he goes straight in to an undefeated fighter, 28 or 29-year-old Jordan Flynn in Olching on the 28th of March. And I expect Cameron to show his levels in that fight.
Eddie told me today that it may not be Dave Allen next for Johnny Fisher.
Who told you that?
Eddie.
Who knows?
They had a meeting yesterday.
Yeah, who knows? I personally think that should be the fight next. But ultimately,
I think Eddie also did. Eddie said he hadn't spoke to Johnny, and he will be making him a substantially. He did say he's going to make an offer. Hasn't spoke to Dave. Sorry, yeah. Hasn't spoke to Dave. Will be making him a substantially bigger offer, but won't be like silly dough type thing.
Yeah, I kind of gauge what the number is, and listen, I expect the fight to happen next. Yeah, I don't see any
You
reason.
think Dave will accept the number what you expect?
Because there's no other fight for either guy, in my opinion.
What did you make of Dave's comments in an interview yesterday?
Not listened to the interview.
He said that he battered him, that the rematch isn't the right idea.
Listen, Dave performed well in the fight, but Johnny showed grit in the fight, Parsons.
How do you recover from a beating? The rematch is a mismatch. I was fucking belting him.
Listen, that's what Dave thinks or what Dave thinks, but the fight, like I've been honest and I've said, and I can't. It's like when people ask me about the Gavin Gwynn fight, people expect me to. At the beginning, I was thinking, that was a close fight. I've watched the fight back. Cameron won the fight. I don't care what anybody says. Cameron won the fight. I'll sit here and watch the fight with you all, and I'll show you Cameron won the fight. I've watched it back 2 or 3 times. The Dave Allen fight, Johnny fight, I've watched it back 2 or 3 times. Dave Allen won the fight for me. He won it by a point. Johnny first 4, Dave 10-8 round 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Dave Allen 10 round, Johnny's round, Dave won by a point. That's my opinion, right? But that's not a battering, is it, to win by a point? Especially when Johnny was out on his feet. So ultimately, Dave did what he had to do, but Johnny deserves a lot of credit for getting through that fight. Never mind winning, losing, drawing, doesn't matter. The fact Johnny finished that fight on his fucking feet was a miracle. If I'm being honest with you, especially being out on your feet for that long, because a lot of people would have jacked it, and a lot of people with a much better amateur pedigree have jacked it in those certain situations. So, yeah, I hope the fight happens as a fan.
Great headline.
What?
Well, it wasn't a headline last time. It was a great headline in the UK.
Yeah, brilliant headline, yeah, for sure.
Anyone else? I mean, obviously, the Hamids, we've not got anything announced for either of them.
Yeah, there'll be news about Sami Hamed. I think Sami Hamed's going to fight in April. Hopefully we get Adam Hamed out April, May. Very early May if it is going to be May.
He'll return to Libya?
Yeah, in August. In August we're going to try
I'm coming tonight at this trip.
Absolutely, you've got to come. It was one of the best experiences of my life, that was. I'm not being funny. I was slightly shitting myself.
Can you imagine Parsons vlogs in? What's the capital?
Tripoli, yeah.
Was that where you were?
On my car.
Well,
I was in Benghazi.
Oh, Benghazi.
As Nigel calls it, Benghazi.
Can you imagine Parsons vlogs in Benghazi?
Let me tell you something now. I'll be honest with you. I was shitting myself. I was on the plane, and Nigel won't say he was all, but Nigel was shitting himself as well. We were both sat on this plane, right? And we was thinking, right, oh, fucking hell, like, what? We didn't know what to expect. As soon as we landed, as soon as the plane hit the deck, right? A black van was waiting for us, cameras everywhere, chucked us in this car, and took us to a complex where it was just unbelievable. It was the best hotel room I've ever stayed in my life. It was the best service I've ever received. They were brilliant. I can't speak highly enough of my experience there, if I'm really honest, Parsons. So yeah, I look forward to going back in there. And the atmosphere, by the way, was fucking unbelievable.
Did you delete the right video?
Did you save it?
Of course.
Fucking hell, Parsons. But yeah. Libya, yeah, great experience. Yeah, big year. Conor Walker just won the British and Commonwealth title.
How have we not mentioned that?
Oh, wow. Conor Walker, losing 10-0, 10 zip on the cards.
Some boy Connor, isn't he?
10.5 zip on the cards. He was losing the 11th, and he pulled a bat out of his pants and chinned him in the 11th round, stopped him. Absolutely brilliant. One of the best nights you'll be a part. Well, I was a part of for sure. And it looks like as though we're gonna have to do a defense against Liam Taylor next. So that's next for Conor Walker, maybe in April. Sorry, Andrew, I'm not holding the mic correctly. Waving it around.
Yeah, you're doing that at the start.
Too much like Gandalf, man.
Gatlin, that's his staff. That's his staff. Yeah. So I'll hold it like this. What are you looking at me like that for? Big Lord of the Rings fan, me, Parsons. Big year for the stable. Pat Brown, 2,000 tickets.
How gassed are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
What, Pat Brown? Extremely, because he's going to split wigs, Parsons. Proper. He's going to put arses in seats, that boy. Talks well, good looking, can fight like fuck, got absolutely everything. He's got appeal to everything. He's gonna bring the good days back to British boxing, Manchester, but British boxing in general.
Fantastic. Great sales point. I was trying to think what else. Jake Paul, Canelo. What did you make of the whole fallout?
I couldn't care less about Jake Paul's against Canelo. I'm glad Canelo has chosen to go the rehab season ring with Turkey, because I think that
where?
Who?
The Ring magazine.
No. So what season?
Riyadh season. What did I say?
Rehab.
Riyadh? Sorry.
Well,
did I not pronounce it correctly?
I'm just
fuck off, Parsons. Next one. He's giving me fucking lessons here. No, I'm glad Canelo's chosen to sign with Turkey, because then we're going to see the fights we want to see as boxing fans, not as YouTubers and watch. Listen, I've got nothing against Jake Paul. I think he's a marketing genius, but I want to see it. If he's going to fight Jake Paul, I want to see him fight KSI or Tommy Fury.
Would you rather see him fight William Skull or Jake Paul?
William Skull.
Number 5 in the rankings.
Would you? Andy, who would you rather see? Oh, I know your answer. You'd rather Skull than Jake Paul. Eamon.
Jake Paul's not boxing, man.
William Skull or Jake Paul? Oh, I'm the only odd one out in the room.
Yeah, William Skull for sure.
What would you do more views on, Ames?
Yeah, that's a stupid question. That's because we all know that. No one's ever said, "Oh, would you not watch?" Of course, I'd watch Jake Paul against Canelo, because it'd be hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be absolutely hilarious to watch him beat him up. But I want to see Jake Paul fight Darren Till, or Darren Till, Tommy Fury or KSI. I want to see that, because I actually think Darren Till would fill Jake Paul in, to be honest with you.
Samuel, you are an absolute gent. Thanks for having us. Enjoy your Madonna vinyl. You take that vinyl.
Thank you so much.
Can I just get you holding it for the
next?
Can I just get you holding it for the thumbnail, please?
What, this?
No, don't take it off. The actual cover.
What?
The covers. There's vinyl covers there. Take that. There we are. That'll do. Thanks, mate.